Is it? Yeah. Okay. Hello. I guess I'm live. All right. See if anyone shows up. I tried to give a little bit of notice. Wasn't a lot of notice, but it was a little bit of notice. Got that right there. Yeah. And I have done at least maybe 4 videos in the last week, and I've deleted them all. So this morning I was prompted to do a live. So if anyone shows up, if not, you catch it on the replay. Hello, my name is Loretta, and this is Mother's Tarot. I want to thank all my subscribers, my new subscribers. Thank you and welcome here. And I have been going through quite a bit of changes, which some of my regulars will know about, or have at least recognized. So, yeah. So I've got my cards ready, and I've just got some things. I'm going to wait a few minutes and see if anyone wants to pop on or show up. There's a lot of information that has come in. And, so what I've been doing, I've been busy. Let's see, well, y'all know that I created the deck. Okay, tarot deck. Right? And I'm going to put in a bulk order for 50 of them. Here's the deck. This wasn't planned by me. This was planned by the Divine Realm. And it was the last part of March when I went into some kind of deal. And anyway, when I came through whatever it was that was going on with me, I had found myself had created all the court cards for this deck. So I completed it. I lost myself about 3 weeks in it, real heavy. And so anyway, but I like how it turned out. It's like a training deck, and it's not like any other deck. It's totally 21st century. That's how I look at it. The Temperance card, like no other. And I worked with my desktop computer that has Copilot. Well, all of our stuff does. So anyway, so I was supposed to work with AI to create the images for this card, for this deck, I mean. And you'll see the Wheel of Fortune. See that? You're not going to find this anywhere else. And so it's set up as a training deck, because I am no expert at all. I am no expert. I'm still learning. And that's why you will find the glyphs to the astrological signs that associate with the cards are listed up here under the name. And then the ruling planets on the side, the definitions on the bottom. And I've used a lot of definitions that aren't used in other decks. So, and like this is my 5 of Swords in here. Creepy face says everything. And let's see. Oh, the World card. Yeah. So, let me turn on the... Did I turn on the chat? Oh. Okay, let me see if I can do that. Make sure the chat's going. So we can talk a little bit. Of course, I'm uh, catch up a little bit here. So I did the deck. So I'm about at the spot of, it'll be, well, this is the first. So the third, I think the third, I'll put the order in for the cards. I should have everything. Yeah, because I've got to go make a deposit, and then I can get that underway. Today's Friday, so I'll get that done after the live here. And okay, Loretta, what were you doing? Okay, so besides the deck, all right. So I went from the deck, and then I was tapped. Now this is the realm to do. I created a journal tarot reading. Okay, so, but I am going to create these myself. I'm going to get another printer, and it'll have one of those coil binders on it, like a journal with the heavy exterior, but I'm going to do that at home. And it includes, it'll have 90 blank pages to make notes on, along with the 90 pages for a text, where you write on. Call everything a text anymore. But let's see. Let me see. I'll show you what that page looks like. And it's so you can put the date and the querent's name and the deck used and the question asked. So, and this works and then this is the blank side, They got little stars around the border, kind of cute. And then, like I said, I've got 7 different layouts in it. Hi, Fatima. Hi, sweetie. It's good to see you here. Thank you. And, oh yeah, I've got a mantra in there, and I'm going to use the mantra today. It's got a welcome spiritual traveler message, and then a contents page. And then other than that, it's just got the 7 different layouts, which are all very, very useful. Very useful. And anyway, so that's what I got there. And I'm going to turn this over so that'll be ready for when I use it. And, oh, thank you for the thumbs up, sweetie. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I created 3 more. 3 more tarot layouts. These wound up in, the next thing I was going to tell you about. I had no idea I was going to do this either. And I'm creating an ebook. Yeah. And the title of it is Staying Human, a Soulful Strategy for Thriving in the Age of AI. And it's like a multidimensional guide to navigating life's spiritual and psychological frontiers in the era shaped by artificial intelligence, blending sacred insight with pragmatic reflection. This interactive ebook offers a tapestry of tools, meditations, and philosophical perspectives for reclaiming personal sovereignty, amplifying intuition, and rehumanizing connection in a technocratic world. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on right now. And I thought I was getting close to, okay, this little book, no, it's going to be more. So I'm working on some more stuff there. Anyway. So, and yeah, a couple of the spreads in there is ancestral visibility spread and soul visibility strategy spread. And then we got cosmic resonance spread. So anyone that, is interested in that kind of deep reflective stuff will find it helpful, I think. Deep reflective topics, paradigms, that kind of stuff. So, And then, okay, let's talk about August. Yeah. August 2025. Are you familiar with Edgar Cayce? Have you heard of Edgar Cayce? Commonly known as the Sleeping Prophet. Died in the 40s, born in the 1800s. He prophesied about August 2025. So, anyway, Edgar Cayce would go into a trance, and he's the one that is he's the only one that's documented to this degree. You know, they look at his trance, and well, the recording of everything is magnificent. So anyway, going into a trance just means that you're you attain and sustain awareness. Yeah, the sleeping prospect. Good, that's good. Um, yeah, there's some news that came out of that. See which, find my note on it. Yeah, it's okay. That's not the one. I'm over here. Anyway, okay. The biggest thing in August 2025 is he predicted that in the middle of the United States, how did he put it? There's going to be a great rumbling, all right? And what we are looking at, like, you remember, was it the last time I was on live? I talked about, or maybe it was in one of the videos, but I talked about, oh no, it wasn't either. It was at my practice group, I think. I might have mentioned it elsewhere. But I was seeing a few reports about the animals in Yellowstone leaving the area. You know, they're headed for, they're headed for a different ground because they can feel the energy of the earth. They not only feel the energy of the earth, but of the air, the sky, all of it, you know. And then I see a few days later a video that says, oh, that was just poo-poo, you know, fake news. So if you happen to live in that area or know somebody in that area, ask them to check it out. You know, talk to people that live in that area, you know, and that have been into Yellowstone. Because the gal that I listened to said she was one of the rangers, or it's connected to law enforcement. Yeah, animals do sense things, family. That's right. You know, if the birds disappear, or the little, you know, things that you normally see day to day outside, if they go missing, squirrels, if you see rabbits, if you're in an area like that, you know, or gophers, whatever it is, something's up. Something is serious, and it's up. So, so I'm keeping an eye on that. That's who is always around. Yeah, they're like that. Benema was sharing that a dog that when her dad had cancer, the dog was always huddled right there next to him. And animals are like that. They're helping you or helping that person when they cross the veil, you know, because they can see. They have no problem seeing this. They see what we can't see, the animals do. They can see a visual, but we can't, you know. So, yeah. Let's see what. Proportion. Okay, yeah. All right. Um, all right. Now, I'm not saying that this is part of his August prediction, because in the thing that I watched, and I know it's written in his writing, and I know I've heard this before, and I'm not saying this to scare anybody, but we need to be aware, and also we need to remember, and I guess I haven't harped on this loud enough for a while, this body that we're in, when this is the only thing that expires here on earth. What's in here, what I'm speaking to you with, my essence, my spirit, my soul, my being, eternal. And so is yours. We have been locked down into a terrible, terrible, terrible lie and illusion. And also, from beginning in the 1900s, the turn of the century, you know, um, the Earth didn't have to go through all this stuff, you know. We've had anti-gravity technology since the early 1900s. We've had the technology that would allow us never to lay down a piece of pavement road. We didn't have to do that. But, and also, one of the, it's almost getting to be like a pet peeve with me, is, oh, hi, Amy, you sweetie. Thank you for popping in. What was I going to say? Yes. But, yeah, blame me. So anyway, it'll come back to me. But also, Edgar Casey said the greater portion of Japan must go into the sea. All right. Now, I don't know if it's going to be August, but what I do know is that Mother Earth has a soul, just as we have a soul. She has a soul. And the souls upon her, when they get as separated and as divisive as we become, that is the reason for what we're seeing in the climate around the world today. And to correct that, we have to start being heart-centered again, instead of listening to this corrupt programming from our neck up, which is totally wrong. It's been totally lied to. And that's why Mother Earth is, she's gonna, it's like when you get, your body gets all stoked up and you've got to move. Okay? You've got to move. Well, Mother Earth has got to move. She's got to shift. But also Mother Earth knows that every time this happens, people suddenly come together. Suddenly, your neighbor that was your enemy is now your friend. It's that kind of thing. Because we need each other to survive. We really do. We need each other's help. From cradle to grave. And the system's become terribly corrupt, which I don't have to tell you about that, And so anyway, one of the things is Japan going down. A lot of our coastlines are going to, our ice caps in the north are melting. Oh, yeah, they are. The oceans are getting warmer. Oh, yeah. We're not in a good spot. We can turn this around. But I'm afraid that Not the same amount of people are going to be on the planet. And I don't know. I don't know if his time frame is correct or not. But I know it's on the horizon. And it says he said the upper portion of Europe will be changed as in the twinkling of an eye. So, and he described coastlines collapsing. The only thing that can hasten this or delay this is the balance of the heart and the mind. You know, we have to stop the decisiveness or the we're separated. We've separated ourselves from each other, and we are part of the whole. You know, and so if we can get our act together, it'll change. You know, Mother Earth won't do that, but you know, we'll see. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of people. Oh, and did you happen to see that Kamala Harris showed up on the Stephen Colbert show last night? Yeah. And oh yeah, what was it? She wrote a book, 107 Days. It was about the election. So, and she says she's not popping back into public life. Not now, you know, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her one bit, and I think it's a really smart idea. But I also know she is still in the fight. And that tells me a great deal. So it is up to each one of us to carry this message. Choose forgiveness over bitterness. Pretty easy message. Choose forgiveness over bitterness. The climate is the message from Mother Earth. She has the soul that has kept us alive. She has fed us. She's provided for us. And now she is demanding that we choose forgiveness over bitterness. Let me see. Oh, good, Fatima. I'm glad you did. So we need to meditate for communion and the healing of nations. You know, the planet mirrors the people. Yeah, that's what was said. The planet mirrors the people, and that mirror thing. That also is about AI. You know, and people being kind of freaked out about it. It's just another form of consciousness that mirrors back. So it's another lesson for us because we've always had technology with us. You know, those of us that, you know, you have people and family that are working the land and all this, and, you know, they're not clued in like the people that don't live rural, you know. And so we have different and varying degrees of consciousness always going on. And so the book that I'm doing, the ebook, might even wind up being a paperback and keep going. That is about mirroring, you know. What you put in will mirror back, you know. It can be great for you or it can be harmful, depending on who programmed it and your interaction with it. That's what, you know, you can't just not use your own discernment. You know, it's a must. We need our discernment. Keeps us going and upright and all that good stuff. Let's see, what else I got I can tell you. Yeah, he did. He said it would erupt Yellowstone. So That's what I'm going to be really kind of looking and waiting for that, you know. And so if you know of anyone in that area, ask them about the animals. That's how we determine, because the animals will tell us. Um, yeah, see, Edgar Casey, he pointed out the human soul and the earth soul co-create. Whether we are aware of it or not, we co-create. And the division is everywhere. And that's why we're having the climate issues that we're having. There's a contract between humanity and earth, whether we are aware of it or not. I'm letting you know because it absolutely is true. Yeah, it reminded me that humanity is turning away from love and the earth is responding. This explains climate change. Uh, yeah. Earth feels the vibrations, it feels the frequency of the human soul. We are affecting the soul of the planet Mother Earth. Let's see, and I have a reference to Psalm 82 in the Bible. We are reflecting what we have become. And Earth is reacting to spiritual disease. You know, I'm not talking about churches. I'm talking about your soul. You know, your connection to the one, to everything. And now I'm being reminded about my pickup truck. And I don't know where my pictures are right now. I keep saying this. I bought a pickup truck for $800. And this was in 2008. Yeah, it was 2018. So I went and visited my cousin in 2019 and told her all about it. I took the ferry over to Seattle. The man that was selling it came, picked me up, took me there to see it. I brought the cash, gave it to him. You know, I seen it was 4x4, and I asked him about it, and he kind of poo-pooed me away from that. And I asked him I've driven semi-trucks. I have never, I know what to look for. And the realm, I hear them telling me, don't worry your pretty little head about that. The truck I'm picking up, I'm planning on going down to Slab City. That's my destination, Slab City. And the man then took me to the DMV to get it in my name. So before I ever left there, I had it all taken care of. Go to get in the car or in the truck, and he goes, "You're not going to drive very far, are you?" I went through the realm saying, "Don't worry your pretty little head about it." And I get in the truck. It's over an hour back to my place, and it had sat just barely used over 10 years, and they lied, of course, about how good shape it was in. But the thing is, I had to leave this area. I had to go. It was like that. I had to go. I had too much. It was, my top was filled. I'm getting out of here. If I got to walk out, I'm getting out, type thing. I don't live in the city. I mean, I a little town, but so anyway, but that time it was pretty rural too. And then Then I found a tall canopy over in Wenatchee, so that's 4 hours from where I'm at. And I get in the truck and I go over there. I don't know how I thought I was going to put the canopy on. I mean, well, I figured the guy would help me, I guess. So anyway, the man, and it's got a great a wrought iron rack he's built on top of this, and he's got it sitting on sawhorses, and so anyway, I get there, and his wife said he had to get rid of some of this stuff because he wanted to build a third garage for his vehicles, and he had some old ones that are restored beautifully. Oh, so anyway, but the guy he decides he's going to let me have the wrought iron rack over it. I didn't ask him for it. He just says, "I'm going to give it to you. What's he going to be? I'm going to let you have it." And then he drills holes into the bed and the side thing, and he puts the cab on for me, and with bolts, he bolts it down. I mean, it is secure. So, okay, so I leave there, and I gave him what, $100 for that? Did I? Or did he give away free? I don't know. So all I had was $800, and I gave it for that truck. But yeah, I think I did. I came up with $100, I think, for the canopy. So I get back home, and I start putting my bed in it, and I put everything I need in it. I'm getting ready. I'm going on the road. I put 2,700 miles, more than that. I got down to Pahrump, Arizona. It's 50 miles west of Las Vegas. Art Bell. I didn't know it at the time, but that was Art Bell's hometown there. He lived in the desert out there. And so then, I started having some medical issues, and turned out I had to turn around. I had to go back. And I was out for 2 months, maybe. I was stopping along the way, and there were miracles. I mean, it was incredible. I have to do a video on it. But I get back, and where my daughter's place is, it's a dead end, and so there's the road, and then I park off across from the house, off the road as much as I can. But I think I could do that a better parking job, but I'll do that tomorrow. So when tomorrow came, I went out there. She started up. She couldn't move, and I named her Miss Daisy. So I was driving Miss Daisy. I had put hung an American flag upside down off the back of it, and it had one of the canopies that it lifted up, so I had poles on each side. Yeah, and it was, I don't remember how old it was. It was old. And so finally, I finally found someone that, well, there were people that wanted it, but there was a local guy. I wasn't gonna answer the phone, but I did because it's somebody else from farther away, was gonna come for it. But there was somebody close by, and for some reason, I said okay, and him and his wife came up because he lived a few blocks away, and so I'm talking with his wife, visiting with her. She's quite a hoot, and 5 times during that period that they were there, because it wouldn't move. It wanted to move, go like this, and it couldn't move no more. I'll go back. And he looked at me and goes, "You shouldn't have gotten a mile down the road. How did you do this?" He was serious. "How did you do this?" I said, "It was the angels. The angels took care of me." And they did. They absolutely did. But I had left with such a pure heart, and then there were things needed to make sense to me. Things needed to be clarified to me, and they were, because these things involve the realm. You know, I needed answers, and I was given answers. It was beautiful, and yeah, 5 times he was gobsmacked, and I took that truck over Death Valley, and I was just amazed. But I talked to the vehicle. I guess where I'm going with these are your trucks, your vehicles. You can send energy in them, and it'll keep them going. It will provide life for them, even when in our reality you'll be told that this isn't possible. Well, it is possible. It absolutely is. And I know we can turn this around, what's going on. But will we? Will enough of us realize that we need to be heart-centered and be inclusive and care about each other again, to the extent that Mother Earth will be satisfied. And all it is about balance. We've got to bring balance back in. There's always yin and yang, yeah. But there's got to be a balance. We can't be this wild pendulum thing, because that's when Mother Earth goes, oh no. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, they do. You're right, Amy, they do. Cars do have personal energy for each one of us. You bet it does, It's magical. It's what it is. But anyway, let's see. I think that's all I was going to yap on, but I really needed to come on. Oh, did you hear about that there's a nuclear drone weapon missing from Ukraine? Did y'all hear about that? And it is believed to be on the East Coast of the United States. And they haven't said anything more about it. I think it was Linda Moulton Howe. I think I heard it on her channel. And also, I know I haven't been talking a lot about other earthly beings, Palladians, Arcturians, Lyrians, the Greys, Greys are archons. That's what they are. They've been here 270 million years. They're little troublemakers. And, okay, where was I going with that thought? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's where it was. All right. If you have not watched any of Linda Moulton Howe, I highly suggest that you do. She is now sharing the map that she has been working on. Well, she's been investigating for 40 years and probably 10 years or 30 years, probably, pinpointing, or maybe more recent, but when the information came of where these other beings were from, she has been tracking it. She shared her map, some of the map, and Wednesday night she has a live, and it is at 6:30 Pacific time. So whatever that means for you, 9 o'clock Eastern. But she shares it. She shares some of it, and then there's another video um, the UVWA TV, I think it is, um, where the conference talks she goes to yearly about UFOs, and there's the life conscious, I think it's life consciousness expo. I think that's what it was. This universe that we are in is brimming with life. You know, not just those little robotic grays or the tall grays. Mantis, reptiles, more and more and more. We've got a map now. Linda's got a map. There are, oh yeah, the tall whites are out there too. But she identifies the planets where they're at. The tall whites, the reptilian, and the grays. They're the ones that have been trying to kill each other for 270 million years, and we have gotten caught up in it. So, anyway, yeah, bring yourself up to speed if you haven't. Earth Files. Her website is earthfiles.com. Her channel here on YouTube is Earth Files. The little @ sign and Earth Files. You put in the search, and she's got years of videos. And you should do yourself a solid and listen to her. I know most others, or a lot of others, are familiar with Stephen Greer also. Now, Stephen Greer, his view is different than Linda's. But Linda mainly has worked with the military, insiders, whistleblowers, and she started out as an investigative reporter, which she still is, with cattle mutilations. And I think her first one was 1979. Okay. And back then, well, she'll tell all the stories. But anyway, check her out. You'll find a lot of truth there. But so Linda recognizes that they're not all nice. All right? And they're not all nice. They're like humans. You got mostly good, but you got some of your rotten seeds. It's just fact of life. So we need to be informed. We've experienced the consciousness upgrade with the planets. They all moved into new houses after 12,000 years. All right? This is why it's been so uncomfortable, you know. And it also is happening on top of the most divisive time on this earth, I think. And so we've got to straighten this out. But our consciousness level, it is higher. You know, I can see it in my own grandchildren. And I don't go talking woo-woo to them. I don't. They know I'm woo-woo, but they don't talk to me woo-woo. But in their own struggles, in their own way, and when they communicate to me, it's kind of is how I discern where they're at, you know, in their consciousness. And I can see that they have had jumps, you know. They're still muggled, but, you know, it's an improvement. So I'll take it. So anyway, I just want to let you know about that. You should get up to speed on it because there are a lot of them. And they're here with us. The hybrids are here. There's some that prefer to live on our planet. And, you know, and we can't see them. And there are, I think most all of them most all of them, with the exception of little robotic grays. Um, well, no, they probably have it too, because there's mind control. That's their gig, mind control, and so they can make us see anything they want. You know, we could see them as Cinderella. Whitney Strieber, um, what was this? He wrote the book Communion. Yeah, it's very famous. There's a good. Yeah, you're right, Vanna. That's right. Because this whole thing's about balance. It's all about balance, and and right now we are wildly out of balance. And but we need people need to be aware. They need to be aware. We've got technology 1,000 years beyond what we're using. I mean, come on, we're stuck at the 1900s, at 1905 level, practically. You know, seriously. But yet we're just swallowing this hook, line, and sinker. Blah, 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 because there's all kinds of shock and awe and diversions going on. Yes, yeah. And there's plenty of good ones out there that are trying to help us, you know. But again, we have to step up and help ourselves. That's the whole key. You want to survive? Help yourself. You know, we want to survive. We better help ourselves. Kind of like, and yeah, it's way different, but it's way similar too, like when I was a little kid, you know. And I was 4 or 5 years old when I came to the realization that this was not my natural home at all. And I grew up on 10 acres, forest. I mean, yeah, there was some clearing. Yeah, we had the cabin up on the upper 5 not the cabin, it was a shack, which developed. And then there was a shack down in the lower 5. That one didn't have any power to it. Our shack had power line to it. No water, no plumbing. And, so we chopped wood. We did that. We canned our food. We raised our food. We worked with the earth, and the animals. The animals that we had were respected and treated humanely and loved. We didn't dare name them because, they could wind up as food, So, no. But we took real good care of them, They didn't experience any trauma or awful things, like our food does today. And it makes a difference. It absolutely makes a difference. And it's kind of like that. We got to take care of each other. We got to take care of the earth and us and all that. Well, yeah, we do. We have to fight, Fanny. You're so right. Yeah, no, not with punches, with words. They say that is the tongue is sharper than the sword. It is. Oh, it is. Yeah. But what's the most powerful thing? And I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying it, our thoughts. All right. Our thoughts. And we have to turn that around. We have to approach with forgiveness and acceptance, and not judge. We got to stop this. We got to stop it. But anyway, man, I've been babbling on for a little while. Got any questions? Or you want me to pull cards for anything? Or let's see. Yeah. Planet mirrors the people. It sure does. It sure does. And I hope we can put off that Yellowstone prediction. I think so far we've been, but we'll see. We'll see. So, anyway, how about if I do I'm gonna use one of my the spreads in the journal. Do a collective read, you know? How about that? Does that sound good? Let's see. I was thinking about that. I could do a few of them here. Just a second here. We got a 2-card cross that asks about the situation. And then the second card, what you need to know or do about it. That's a good one. Relationship future. I don't know if we're going to do decision making, but I got a mini Celtic cross here. So if you got anything, if not, I'll just do I'm going to do a couple. I can use let's do one with the political tarot. With the political, man, I can't wait till the Grim Reaper arrives for the menace. Because I'm very tired of putting up with that stuff. I'm very tired of it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to use the predictions deck, and which, go in here. And I'm going to ask about, I'm just going to spirit ask or divulge the situation for today. And then what we need to know about it. Because I don't know, it could possibly what we need to do about it. But with this deck, I don't why. Okay, I'm going to do the mantra. The mantra of sacred invitation. This is from my journal that's going to be coming out, available. It'll be probably a few months. I'll let you know. Okay, breathe. Clearing my space. I open this space with breath and heart, a vessel of truth where vision starts. By earth's firm root and sky's wide dome, I call all wisdom spirits home. Oversoul of radiant flame, speak through cards and sacred name. Angels, guides, ancestors near, walk beside me, make truth clear. Sages old, with sight profound, wrap this circle safe and sound. Let clarity flow with every draw, through shadows hush and morning's awe. Protect this path, let doubt recede. Let only light and truth take lead. My heart receives, my mind lets go. Aligned in love, the cards shall show. I like that. And so it is. There we go. So we're asking the oversoul for the situation. Now, whose oversoul are we going to direct this into? The oversoul for the predictions card. For the situation. And this is for the political energy that we're dealing with here in the States. So, the oversoul of the political energy in the United States, that's who I'm addressing here. 4 shuffles. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Oversoul of political energy. What you say is the situation. Lies and deception. We're aware of that. We know. Okay, now what we need to know or do about it. We need to know that it's all for money. Now, we already knew that. And the bottom card, shadow card, is disappointing outcome. Okay. All right. So there we go on that. Okay. Now let's go to, where's the other one I was going to do? There it is. Okay. Relationship future. All right. Okay. Relationship future. I'm gonna put this one about Donald Trump because it's only 3 cards on here. All right. Adjust the wording on it. Okay. I'm gonna ask what the people of the United States want. All right. That's the first card. The second question is, what does Donald J. Trump want? The third, what will the people of the United States experience long term with Donald J. Trump? It's 3 cards. Okay, so here, calling on the oversoul of not just the collective of the United States, but the oversoul of Donald Trump. Please and thank you. 4 shuffles. Yeah. Okay, I will, Amy. That's it. I know, Phantom. That I am so thankful, Phantom, that Canada is doing the deep freeze on the United States because they have to. They help us to be our best friend like you are. That's what we need, you know? And most of us citizens are behind Canada 100% on that. And we back Canada totally on how they're handling, because it's handling Donald Trump and the Republican Party. I know. Okay, so what the United States people want, I don't know. Okay, 10 of Swords. They want an end to this. They want an end to Donald Trump is what they want. Okay. And what Donald Trump wants, we got the Devil card. I don't know if he's got sight for anything else. You know, I don't know that he has ever experienced anything since his birth, really, other than that kind of energy. Okay, the third card, what will citizens of the United States experience long term with them? With Donald Trump? We got the Hierophant. So that's the judicial institutions and religion. Which is the worst of it? We want it to be over, but it ain't going to be over for a while yet. Then we got the Five of Wands. This is shadow card. Conflict. No, Amy, I don't. Yeah. I don't think so. But and if Yellowstone, if Edgar Casey's prediction comes true, and also there has been, it feels like something's going down the end of August in relationship to your questioning. It's like, it feels like we're just not going to see him anymore. And somehow there's going to be, there's not going to, because I know Vance, if he comes in, that's not going to last very long. So it's feeling like I'm getting January. So it feels like Trump is going to exit the picture. Vance comes in. Yeah, 3-4 months, and then he's gone. And I'm not sure how it develops after that, because let's see, what do they call him? Moses Mike? He would be the next in line. No, Vance ain't going to do it. Vance does not have the backbone, the insight, the clarity for that position. Yeah. And yeah, he's going to be, he's going to have it. Yeah. You're right, Phantom. He is fake. He's very fake. Yep. I like that. Amy. Okay. So we can take parts of this line and post the shorts. Oh. I don't know how to do that, Amy. I do the short things. Erase the text. I'm so jerk. Okay. Amy, you wanted to like a general reading. Short. How about we do the mini Celtic for you? 6 cards. Right? We'll do that. I like. There we go. Put this right here. All right. Now, clear the energy. Okay, so this, Amy, of course, signifier. Which is your court card? Your tarot card, Amy. Which one of the queens represents you? Because I'm going to put her down for your signifier. Queen of Pentacles. All right. Get this through here. Pentacles. Yeah, there we go. There's it. There's my Queen of Pentacles. I put it down for you. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm calling on Amy's oversoul to guide this message for her, please. General reading. This popped out. That's the 8 of Swords, Amy. Yeah. So, you're feeling stuck. That's what that means. You're feeling stuck, finding how to move. You're restricted. Okay, let me do 4 shuffles and I'll finish the laying down cards. God. Okay, here we go. All right. So the root and the bases here. Well, I got the Hierophant, religion and judicial institutions. Something to do with this is at the root of what's going on. Of course, the Hierophant is about our institutions. Feeling bonded, feeling in captivity, servitude, teachings, conformity. This conformity that we're in is okay. So influences. We have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. So in this card, we got the energy of being impulsive, fearless, rock star. We got it going on. Inspired action, and this is a theatrical character. And I know that we all have to be theatrical characters in our own lives at times. And those are good qualities. We've got your thoughts and feelings. We've got the Chariot showing up. Yeah. So the Chariot's about control and direction and willpower, determination and transportation. It's all in your mind. Transportation. I know. I remember what happened. And the near future. We've got the King of Cups. Which, okay, and then I am also going to look at the moon or the planets on these. I could forget that. Where's mine? Well, I got this one. I can use this one. All right. And the shadow card is the Knight of Pentacles also. And that's about being purposeful and us, it's slow moving. Research involved, paying attention to details, and being ready. Okay. And I am going to pull a clarifier also on your King of Cups. Yep, King of Cups is good. Yeah. Well, let me look at this first. All right. So, all right, you get the Queen of Pentacles, and we know, you've been feeling kind of stuck for a while, restricted, and sometimes that happens. But the root of this is the religious and judicial institutions at the root of this. So I'm going to suggest what it feels like here is perception. You know, have you broken the bonds that bind you? You know, um, yeah, yeah, I know it has. Yep. Um, is that somehow tied to, or it's got to be, somehow it's tied to the religion and judicial institutions and what that is all about, which is our system, you know? I mean, many of us are feeling that way. I just did a reading for my granddaughter. Her root was the Eight of Pentacles, you know? Feeling, because we're all feeling that way. Good, good, Amy. I'm glad you're doing that. We all need people to talk to. That's good. Okay, so but love is at the basis of this, and just like your Eight of Swords, you know, you got Venus energy there, Mercury, and so Venus is all about love. We got Mercury energy, which is, you know, an air sign. It's about your reasoning, your thinking, your intellect, your expression, and then Uranus, which is about evolving and freedom, progress, rebellion, awakening, and sudden change. So we look at Venus at the root of this. Beauty. Yeah. It is what it is. And the influencing here, the influences here, with the Knight of Wands. So, but if we start this story, tell the story, Loretta. Tell the story. Okay. Tell the story. So we start at the root of it, you know, the religious and judicial institutions. All right, where we got Venus hanging out. And then we move to the influences, which is Mars, Sun, and Jupiter in the Knight of Wands. So Mars is the the act. The Mars is action. He's about action and energy and conflict, and passion and aggression, along with the Sun, which is the big I am ego. All right. So that's about your purpose in life and vitality and your life force and your consciousness and your masculine energy. That is the influences you're feeling. And then the Chariot is ruled by the moon, you know, and this is in your thoughts and mind area. And the moon, of course, is all about your feelings. It's about your habits, your security, your instincts and emotions and receptivity, the female energy. You know, and I know, you know, and I know from where you're at, I've been there too. You know, it's you feel like you got no control, and yet you do. And you're always looking at directions. You know, using your control and the options that you have and going for directions, and then how much willpower can you muster, how much determination can you bring forth to transport you to the next level, right? And then the king shows up, King of Cups. Again, we've got the moon, we've got Pluto, we've got Mars, and then we've got Neptune. So, you know, moon's about how you're feeling again, your habits, security, the receptivity. So you're so that's good. You're going to be receptive to what's coming down or coming in, and which, you know, could be what you're doing right now too. You know, with the safe home thing. You know, and then we got Pluto. Now Pluto is my ruling power, my ruling planet, and Pluto empowers. Okay. Pluto regenerates. There's a dying and a rebirth that is continually happening with Pluto. And it ain't fun a lot of times. It ain't fun. And then Mars, of course, the action. You got action there, so there's actions going to be happening. And let's see what Neptune brings into the picture. The dream, the intuition, the sensitivity, spirituality, and your psychic ability. But then I pulled a clarifier card on that, and I have the Four of Cups, So that is, you got Moon, Pluto, Mars, and Neptune, the same energy. So, because we know you're dealing with that. So you are, you're just gonna have to take it slow and easy. Keep going to your meetings, and keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep assessing your options every day, and please, 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 do talk to your oversoul and your guardian angel and your angels and your guides every morning. Make sure you release emotions that are not yours. Oh, thank you, Fatima. Love you, sweetie. That's good. I see Angel 101. Hi. Yeah, you can ask a question, sweetie. What is it? Ask a question. Okay, I'll put these back. All right. Is Angel 101? Are you still here? If you are, go ahead and put your question in. How are we doing on time? Oh, I'm over already. Okay. So, here we go. What are Rob's current feelings towards me? No contact. Oh, okay. I have a perfect little 3-card spread for that. Well, yeah. I just used it for my granddaughter, actually. It's very insightful. So I'll use that one for you. And it'll be in the, there we go. Come on. I just had it out there. Here it is. Okay. Okie dokie. Angel. Oh, hey, Carl. How you doing, guy? Nice to see you. Oh, you're on Brenda's channel. All right. Good for you. Okay. Well, I'm pulling cards. 3 cards for Angel 101. Relationship future layout. So Angel 101. Well, okay. In this one here, this 3 card, I'm going to ask what Angel 101 wants. Second card, what Rob wants from Angel. And number 3, what will Angel 101 experience long term with Rob? Okay. That pretty much answers the whole thing. Okay. Calling on Angel 101 Oversoul and her questionnaire. Rob's Oversoul and Angel 101's Oversoul. Relationship future. what Angel 101 wants from Rob, what Rob wants from Angel 101, and what will Angel 101 experience long term with Rob. Yeah. Okay, well, the first card out here is Eight of Wands. So you want communication. That's what that's telling. And what Rob wants, you know, this tells me Rob, this is Five of Swords. You know, maybe there's another reason why you haven't heard from Rob. I mean, you see that they're not good qualities in a person. You know, this is about strategy and all kinds of stuff. It's not a heartfelt thing with Rob, which, okay, and what will Angel 101 experience long term with Rob? Well, I got the Four of Swords. So it's one of the things on this card's about is illness. It's also about rest, solitude, recovery, and reflection. Rob doesn't look like a real good choice for you, sweetheart. I mean, it's up to you totally. But, you know, the realm may have done you a favor. So I'm sorry. But you're welcome, sweetie. You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah. That explains his feelings. So, okay. All right. Hey. It's just, wow. Jess of the World War I, huh? Hi, Jess. Good to see you up and around still. Yeah. Pick Loretta will do. Okay, yeah, Carl, I'll pull some cards for you. How about some oracles? Can we do some oracle message? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We're going to use a spirit animal. We're going to use the Pleiadians. I talked about the Pleiadians are otherworldly beings. We got spirit message oracle. All right. Here we go. Spirit animal. Pull some cards for Carl. Okay. Carl, calling on the oversoul for Carl Hess, please. A message of guidance for Carl from his oversoul through the animal spirit, or spirit animals oracle card, please. 2 more shuffles. Two more shuffles. Yeah. There we go. Oh, vibrancy we've got. And I'm going to read the shadow card for you too. Okay. And see, you got the beautiful peacock. Yeah. Message. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid. Oh, I see. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Recognize your own brilliance, Carl. That's what it's telling you. Okay. All right. What was that? The shadow card I just read? No, this is. And the shadow card is the inventor. Raccoon. See what it says. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. That's an art. That is an art form, being able to juggle many things at a time. There you go. Yeah. I like that one for you, Carl. Okay. And yeah, it is. Women's Weeding League. It's a gardening. Oh, that is so cool. Jess, that is really cool. Okay, here's a spirit message oracle for Carl Hess. Oversoul of Carl Hess, please. Guidance. Here's the spirit message oracle cards. Yes. Okay. One more? Okay. One more. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, see, these are just these kind of cards right here. Your message: trust the wait. You are being prepared for your blessings. In order to receive, you have to be ready to receive. Things you are going through now are not random. Trust the flow of the universe. I know it's hard to do sometimes. Okay. Now the bottom of the deck, the shadow card here, same type of message it looks like. Here it goes. Trust yourself more. Know that you are in the right place at the right time. Opportunities will present themselves to you when they are meant to, all in divine timing. Get excited about the future again instead of fearing it. All right, that's a pretty good message for you, Carl. Both of them. It is really true. I believe that wholeheartedly. Okay, I'll put this away, and I'm going to read from the Palladians. It's funny, you always get it right. Yeah, they're pretty plugged in. Okay, the Palladian Oracle. What time is it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now how about I'm going to do this message for the collective, because it's an hour and a half now, so get on. I don't know how to do shorts out of these and all that, so sorry. For the replay people, sorry. I'm glad you're here. And please, everyone, thumbs up if you could click that and subscribe if you haven't. Okay, 4 shuffles here. Message from the universe, please, for all the souls showing up for this video, please. 4 shuffles. Ah, bless your heart, Carl. I know I have to work with that kind of time frame with my friend Nick, who's in Australia. Okay. All right. What do we got? Oh, we have dolphin play. So I'm going to read 2. Ow, you're up here again. Okay. Dolphin play. This is the message for the collective, for everybody. All right. And let's see. Here we go. Here we go, right here. I'll try to. It says, loosen up, unwind, and allow for the playfulness of the dolphin spirits to embrace your spirit. Entering your waters through the gateways of Sirius A, these dolphin representatives have been on Earth to embed the frequencies of joy and unconditional love for all of your planet to receive. Their work on your water world is indeed priceless, and we, the Pleiadians, hold them in the highest regards for their commitment and sacrifice to ensuring the harmony of your Earth. I could use my big eyeball here. I'm honing in. Like the dolphins of Sirius A, joy is our innate nature and connection to all that is. We structure our societies around play, with our young ones being brought into free-range educational systems that give a child the unlimited space to find their true soul purpose. It seems on Earth that many of the educational systems operate in an opposite spectrum, with these institutions imposing a worldview onto the child that cuts one from their true soul gifts. Yeah, it's sad. Okay. Fortunately, this can be rewired, but it often takes the illogical path of dedicating time to play. Let us share with you all on the wonderful medicine that is play. It brings you to the present moment, enhances creativity, intelligence, produces laughter, healthy immune system, relaxes the spirit, takes you out of scheduling, expands your awareness, and opens you all into the heart field of multidimensionality. As this is a universe of paradox, we need you all to get serious about play. When the dolphin play card arrives, it is a clear message that your soul is in need of play. Prioritize any actions that bring you the greatest sense of happiness and joy. Observe how your dedication to play removes all emotional blocks and cleanses your mind, your body, and spirit, while rejuvenating your outlook on life. The dolphins are calling, and it is time for play. Okay, that's a good one to leave out on, because we all need to play. We really do. Can you remember when you played? When your heart you just let go of all bounce and just was playing and giggling and laughing and kind of bouncing around on your feet? This is magic, you know. So find something. Find someone. If you got someone you can play with, do that, you know. And be creative, you know, but find a way. Yeah, dogs and children. Oh yeah, just oh my God. Whenever I'm around a child, especially a little one, oh, I can feel my whole self just, you know, there. It's beautiful, beautiful. So, okay, sweeties, I'm glad you showed up. And if you didn't catch the beginning of it, please do go back and watch it, because there's some important information that I've imparted that came to me that you should all be aware of. Hey, so and Jasmine's showing up now. So it's time to go, but I bless you all. I'm sending you all blessings and love. And remember, find your gratitude, and remember, forgiveness, not bitterness. We got to get that straight. If we want to prevent Mother Earth from kicking our butts, we got to find and hone in on the forgiveness and be inclusive and quell that that part of us that wants to go for separateness. No, no. We need to be inclusive. We need to love and be accepting of others, those that aren't like us. You know, we're all different. We're all different. You're welcome, Amy, and thank you for coming. Thank you, Carl, for being here, and Jess, and Fatima, and Angel 101. I am so very grateful for each and every one of you for showing up. I know it's been a while, so thank you. Take real good care of yourself. Go out and play. Play. Pick up rocks. Bounce them up and down. Try to do the juggle. Whatever. Just, it don't got to cost money. Ask your angel, your guides, your ancestors to help you with finding a way to play. Have them lead you into it. Ask for it, and they will deliver. All right? All right. I love y'all, and I hope to see you in the next video. Okay? Bye for now. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.